Hi friends, welcome back to Imagination Station.
Corn maze, right?
Hey, cool.
And it got me thinking. It wasn't just any maze. This one had clues, challenges, the whole shebang. Like,
Yeah.
how often do we actually get a chance to test our problem-solving skills in such a fun way?
You know what? That's a really good point.
So in this particular story, we've got our three maze masters, Jennifer, Timmy, and Maxwell. They're at a fall festival ready to conquer this cornfield labyrinth.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more about these maze masters.
All right, so we've got Jennifer. She's our planner. Always got to have a plan.
Of course, the voice of reason.
Then there's Timmy, a little bit more hesitant, cautious, maybe overthinks things a tad. And last but definitely not least, there's Maxwell.
All right, Maxwell, what's his deal?
Imagine a kid in a candy store. That's Maxwell in a corn maze. Just pure, unadulterated excitement, bouncing off the walls, ready to go.
You know what's fascinating is you've basically got a dream team there when it comes to problem solving, right? Because you've
Right.
got the planner, the cautious one, and then the one who's just ready to dive in head first. So that dynamic, I think, is actually super beneficial.
It's the perfect blend, right?
Right.
So they get their first clue, and it's a good one. It says, turn towards the direction the sun rises.
Okay, now that sounds simple enough, but honestly, how many of us actually know which way is east without, like, checking our phones?
Back to our maze masters. They figure out east, thankfully, and then they get hit with clue number 2. And this one involves a bit more brain power.
All right, let's hear it.
The clue reads, count the number of corn stalks in this row and divide by 10.
Okay, so now they've got to really pay attention to detail.
Right. And who do you think steps up to the plate?
Let me guess. Maxwell. Mr. Eager Beaver.
You got it.
Yeah.
Turns out that under all that excitement, there's a sharp mind. He dives right in, starts counting those corn stalks, and boom, nails the answer.
That's awesome.
But, and here's where the real challenge comes in. Remember how I mentioned twists and turns? Well, our fearless trio, they hit a dead end.
Uh-oh. Okay, so what happens when the plan goes off the rails?
Well, this is where Timmy, our resident cautious one, really shines. You see, while the others are, a little flustered, he's the one who's really looking around, and he spots it. Hidden among the leaves, there's a tiny little clue.
Oh, sneaky. What did it say?
To find your way, follow the breeze.
Now that's clever. I love that. Because it's not just about what you see, it's about engaging a different sense, right?
Yeah.
Feeling the air, paying attention to the subtle cues around you.
And guess what? Our team makes it to the end. They solved every single clue. And it wasn't just luck. It was their combined skills. It was Jennifer's planning, Timmy's careful observation, and Maxwell's everything.
And this story just reminds us that with a little bit of observation, a little problem solving, and maybe a teammate or two, we can find our way through. So next time you're feeling lost, think about those clues.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe next time you're in an actual corn maze, you'll be the one leading the way.
There you go. Prepared for anything.
All right, that's it for today's Deep Dives. We'll see you next time for another adventure in learning.